Finishing an email. Oh, done. Yeah, not yet. 3 things to finish before 171.
Okay.
But we are pretty good to go with 171. The idea being that there are 2 important things I want to do before shipping, and a few other stuff which are in the pipeline that I have to process. Daniel being one of them. So most important thing is 2 things. The change I made last week about the content created event, which would trigger when the content is actually updated or up to date, and then the tokens are not empty. This is wrong. This is wrong because when the content updated is called, the event, the content might not have been saved if there was some validation issue. So you could think that the content is there, but no, it's not there. So this is a wrong event. So the only good solution is to do as it was done in the custom forms. For the rules module, it's to trigger a specific event when a custom form is submitted and valid and correctly submitted. So there will be a new event like custom form submitted, a new activity, and the content created will come back to what it was. Second change I want to do is it's a bug fix. I thought I had fixed the bug for the upgrade for the media items. I thought it was just about the media files which were not existing, but it's not only that, it's about drafts too. So if you had drafts, they wouldn't have been migrated to the new media library picker. So I have to fix that too. It should be easy. So those are the 2 important things to go to 171, and the rest is just pending pull requests or bug fixes that we have the patches for. So I will apply them. And anything which goes into one that takes before we ship. For instance, there are 2 pull requests that I can take, one for Azure and one for from Daniel for a bug in recipes. And by the way, I like to say that I think we have more pull requests than we used to have, even small things. And I try to process them every morning, adding some comments or pulling them if they are valid. That goes well. What else? Does anyone have anything to? Oh, and I see Eric here. Eric Opedishk. I don't know how to say that, Eric, who also provided lots of pull requests for a branch, a public branch we have, which is for framework 4.5. So there is a branch that he is contributing to migrate to the net 4.5. And as of today, he has updated all the web config files to remove the IS6 specific configuration. And he has created 2 other pull requests for Razor to force Razor v2 and MVC4 to remove any mention of previous versions. So he's cleaning everything. I think he'll have to do, that's a suggestion, to go through every project maybe and change the target to 4.5 explicitly. And I did that in the web config too. I exchanged the target to 4.5 explicitly in the web config. This is a separate branch, feature branch, so it can be merged in one notics when it's ready. And actually, we said it will be only merged when we ship for the next big version, because it's a breaking change. Somehow it's breaking people with IS6. What else? Just to mention also, I don't know his full name. Maybe I can give me 1 minute. Decorum. decorum and complex. What can his name be? I know he made some change. Oh, let me check. It's not the wrong. I will share my screen. Orchard. Where is this? That must be, yes, Daniel Stolt. Decorum and complex. Benedek, make me a sign when you see the screen. This is a sign? Okay.
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah, thank you. So this is from last week's work. Yep, this one. So yeah, Daniel Stolz is providing some work on Windows Azure. So for instance, so it's not, everything is not yet pushed. He made a pull request just 1 hour ago. I have to pull. He's updated the Azure service solution and using the new stuff from the new SDK 2.0, which makes it possible to publish directly from Visual Studio. And also you don't need to create references to all the projects, it will get them automatically. And now I have to pull his changes about migrating the storage client, the blob storage to 2.0. This is something I did as a separate module last week, but he integrated it into also the main solution, so we can share the code from the two modules. So, and this module is also included in the cloud service-based solution. So he's doing some good work on that. So I will take the opportunity to review all the changes from last week. This is a bug which was found by Bertrand, which made some exception when you were requesting some RSS feeds using a wrong ID or an ID which doesn't exist anymore, and it will throw a new reference exception or something like that. Pull request from John Murdoch about import-export for permissions. So now if you export user, you also have their permissions, and it also exports actually the roles and the values for the roles, the permission for the roles. This is actually what is the pull request is about. This is from Nick. Import-export for other media types than image.
No, and image.
And also image. There was no image?
There was no image?
That's nothing then.
Nope.
Oh, I see all the metadata and everything, because you could export a media picker, but okay, you might have lost all the... Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, but not the content item itself. The reference was them, but not the content item themselves. Okay, so it's done then. This is the work from Daniel Stolt. This is changing the git ignore file. This is running session configuration record is changed. Oh, this is just a way to trigger mapping to be regenerated when a record has changed. Some of the changes could not be found because the filter by reflection to compute the hash was wrong. So it's just a change about the reflection, you see, adding a flag to find more changes. Which might explain some bugs we saw from people saying that the mapping file was not regenerated automatically, something like that. This one is from Sipke, who refactored the content picker field in order to be able to reuse it across different modules. For instance, from the new list module. This one from Kerix, a wrong call to a shape, so the shape will not actually be rendered correctly. This is my change about the background HTTP context, fake HTTP context, but it wasn't before, I just forgot to push it. This this is a branch for the framework for .5 migration. So we will merge it only when it's ready. This is a big change that we are applying since we moved to Git. Fixing, this is a pull request to fix a potential duplicate in cultures. This is this is a bug that I think Zoltan has reported. Some tokens were wrongly encoded. It's in the token definition, not definitions, but the tooltip, the helper, the pop-up which appears when you try to list all the tokens. It was missing some parts of the help text or the explanation, and it was not obvious because it was just like some tags, but now it's encoded correctly and it will show up. This is a wrong usage of current directory, which could give different values based on your environment. Again, I think from Benedek or Zoltan. This is one fix on the media picker upgrade, and I still need to do another one, which is about to load every content item, even the drafts. This is adding a link to the media. So now if you go to the summary of a media, you used to be able to seeing the file name only, and now I've changed it so it's displaying the file name, but it's a link to the full file, so you can get the full URL if you want.
Is @path right? Should that not be using our storage provider?
No, this is just helper method to get the file name part of the URL, like foo.jpg.
Sorry, I misread it. Yep.
Yes,
okay, fine.
But the link is to media URL.
Yep, that's fine.
Because if you have a long URL, it doesn't make sense to show everything. It's good as a link. You can right-click and say copy link, or you can open it and copy the URL. Mm-hmm. Maybe that could be a title actually with the full to see. Change from Benedek. This is what. No, it didn't. But that's what I like also with this Git thing is that even if I apply a pull request, we can still keep who made the pull request. I had some hard time finding how to create a completely new commit and define this author field, but I found it. So even if you provide patches or just explanation of how to fix it, I can assign it to you as the author, and I will be the committer. So this style definition.
How are you able to set? So are you saying you figured out how to set an author?
Yes. So when you do a pull request, it's automatically there. But so the idea is that I know how to do it in command here. So whenever you say you create a commit, or you want to create a new commit based on your stuff, or you do a git commit and it's amend. And let me see, I have some note. This is amend, and this must be author equals, and here you provide the author. So you can say, for instance, Sébastien Ross, and like this.
Okay.
At Microsoft. So you update the commit before you push it.
I see. Oh, you can update an existing commit.
Yes, that indeed you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and same thing when you do a commit without this thing, you can say that the files you are about to commit, you want to amend the current commit. So it will just add the diffs to the current commit. It won't create a new one.
I see.
Because you let's say you commit something and I forgot to add this file or to save the project, and so you will just update the current commit instead of creating a new one.
Cool.
So that's good.
Yeah.
In Mercurial, we'll have had to reset to the previous state and then create a new commit and delete the other commit. So it was a 3-step thing. Here it's easier. The other solution with Git is to do a git reset head -1, sorry, something like that, or something like that, it will revert the current commit, but keep the files in the state that the commit had done. So it's not really reverting. It's like, oh, I want to change my commit. So you do that. Your files are still updated, and then you can create a new commit. So, well, I could give an example, but I won't. I've added a new token, the TrimEnd, which lets you remove some content at the end of the current token valuation. So it's a text token. For instance, the issue was the container token always contains a slash at the end, and maybe you don't want this slash because you don't want to concatenate it with something else. You just want the base container path. So with this, you can do .container path .trimEnd, and then use slash to trim all the slashes, or you can use TrimEnd and 1. Where is this? You see here, chars or numbers. So you can say TrimEnd slash or TrimEnd 1. Okay. This is from Zoltan, default driver prefix. So the idea is that now you don't have to provide a prefix for your part. That will be one by default. If you forget about it, that's okay. Fixing taxonomy expendo. Yeah, so I think, I don't know, maybe from Sipke, I don't remember. It's missing a jQuery, which sometimes is not on the page, so it will not work. Oh, this is a huge change. Look at all the changes. I've moved all the workflow activities in their corresponding modules. So the close commands is in the comment module. The email is in the email module. It makes more sense, and when you enable a workflow, you don't need to enable comments or emails and everything.
Does that change any table names or anything?
Nope, nothing, because it was all based by name of the activity. Mm-hmm. It's a string in each activity, so it's completely.
Okay, so there is no migration issue.
Nothing to do.
I started using the module already.
Exactly. Cool. I also fixed a huge bug, which was a huge architecture decision flow, which was that. And also that I didn't know, because every activity were in this workflow module. If you try to create an activity in another module, you could not define custom CSS files for those activities. They will all be resolved by the workflow module instead of their specific modules. So I changed that too. The idea is just now it will look in each module for a CSS with the name of the activity. So when you create an activity, you will need to create a CSS for that. And if it's not there, that will be a 404. It's not really, doesn't really matter, but you have to create a CSS for each activity now. And they can be empty. There will be some which are empty, like this one is empty. Am I missing some comments? Oh. Git experts are exchanging tips. Text field validation localization. Okay, we did that. I want to localize it on the front end.
So in that case, the context in the PO file will be this
file,
here,
yes.
the path of this file.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then there is a solution. You can, if we want, create a file, a PO file with otherwise there is no solution. Otherwise the solution is to override the template and to do it, and then no, yeah.
Yeah, well, seeing that it's dynamic, maybe we should have a way to change it in the admin.
Yeah, maybe there could be a module for that, a module to localize dynamic values.
We discussed this with part descriptions as well, content type names, display names.
Mm-hmm.
It would be
everything,
nice.
yeah, everything which is dynamic, yeah.
Yeah.
And there are two stories: the front end and the back end. Because yes, for instance, content types, it makes sense in the back end, not in the front end.
Yeah.
Most of the time, because we also have a display name. Yeah, I mean there is a technical name. Do we want to? Yeah, well, it's another discussion. Maybe someday we have to do that. And it should be extensible. So
That means that you need to modify the PO file for that module, which is a core module.
you think?
No, for
No?
this,
You can have another file.
I'm using my theme PO file, and I
Oh
can
yeah,
now,
it doesn't really care that the context is in the module or not. So yeah,
It's a fallback.
Okay.
and this is nice because now I can have a translation string for the field with the format specifier 0 is mandatory, and I have to separately provide translations for the display name of this field of the fields I'm using. It's not ideal, but at least now it's localized for the end user. Before they were seeing English strings, and there was no nice way to localize that. But now there is a better one.
Typo. Cleaning. And pull request from Red Byron, whose name is Michael Petrinolis, about a missing XMLRPC and learn media library. So you could not upload your images with a new media library using Livewriter. That's it. This is the work I'm currently doing. I need to finish it. Changing back the content created and adding a new activity for custom forms. So this is the status, and I think 1.7.1 will be ready this week. It must be ready this week. Then about the release, we use the same process as last time. We do a RC. People can try it, and at the same time the main issue is the web PI.
It's
the gallery
bug fixes mainly, so I'm not sure an RC makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but the package will be ready, but the web application gallery won't be ready. Last time it took 2 weeks to publish it.
Why does it take so long?
People are on holiday vacations.
Okay. Just 2 weeks seems a long time.
Yeah, sometimes some little things people ask me take 2 weeks,
Yeah, or going on
Because-
3 weeks, I guess.
Oh, yours, for instance. Okay. You remind me. Okay. Yeah, I just was thinking about some others guy. Okay. Yours things too is making 3 weeks now. Okay, so I will do it today. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah, but yes. So the issue is that the package will be available on Codeplex, but not on a web platform gallery, and the web PI package manager is on holiday. You may think the package manager is software, but it's a manager.
Yeah, well, in the past, we used to ship on Codeplex, and Web API would be ready whenever it's ready.
Mhm.
And at least we've shipped, So people who want to get it can. I don't think we should wait for 2 weeks just because of Web API.
I just don't understand how it can take so long. To
It
go through
depends
that
on the
process.
person. It depends on the person. It's like everything. We know some people with it takes 2 hours, or they can work at night and make it when we want it. No, this is really kind of that's how it works. We never know. There need to be some testing. They have to test it before publishing it. Okay. And if the testing is not ready, and those are different teams working. So if the test team is too busy to do that, yes, we want to be pushed, but they have other priorities, they have other packages to test, or you see, that's how it works.
Mm. Okay.
For the security patches, for instance, when we had to update for 1.6.1, what we did is that we submitted the package before we disclosed the fix and the issue. So it was ready, and they were just waiting for us to say, okay, you have done your testing, go, done. And it was there in 1 hour, something like that. But it was ready a long time before, and because also it was a security patch, it was also faster for them to test it. It was on the top of the stack, to test things. Security patch.
Yeah, let's just push it on Codeplex when it's ready, and Web API will be there.
As the stable beta, or do I do a beta and people can try it though, just one day?
I would do the RTM directly.
Whoa. Okay. I asked Nick to try it first, to migrate and things.
We always do.
Okay, Piotr?
There are quite some changes.
Sorry.
Even the Azure solution is completely new.
Okay, well,
Well, the mandatory testing. Okay, let's try to upgrade Noisette, and if it works.
Piotr had a question.
Like.
He wanted to know if you could stay with him after the meeting. Okay. New websites,
Oh, lots of them.
demos. Zoltan is back. Wasn't Zoltan supposed to make a demo?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you are right. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Of the voucher module. I could do a demo in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let me get the links for the new websites. I found more websites that I will show you, but some of them are not politically correct, so we won't talk about them.
No, it's not. It's really not politically correct. It's
It's
actually
pretty wrong.
hateful.
It's wrong.
It's
wrong.
very wrong. So.
Oh, cool! I want to see.
So you can do your.
It's
own
not. Is it
assessment.
fox hunting? Is it to do with fox hunting?
No, it's really wrong. This is not really wrong. No, this website is really wrong. And by the way, some matter that came last week. Website contacted me to remove a link to his website from the orchardproject.net, because every time we show websites on the meeting notes, we link to those websites, and he asked to be removed from the website, and otherwise we'll sue whatever, removing. And this is
For generating traffic.
This is one of the websites that Bertrand didn't like either, so I removed it. On site, whatever it is.
Well, what did you answer them? We would love to remove your website.
No, I just proceeded right away and let them know. And that kind of makes sense. Lots of company and even big companies don't want their brand to be reused by any other site. So, for instance, we could not. We have never, for instance, let's say we do a marketing website for Orchard and point to SpyOptic, for instance. Would we be allowed to link to SpyOptic because we should ask them the permission to mention them? So that's how I always did as when I was a consultant.
How the web works.
Yeah, but it's okay as long as we.
You can link to it. I mean, do they
Yes.
actually do they sue people who tweet about them? I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Well, if it's one of those sites, yeah. Good.
So let me share the list and show it. No, not this thing. It's in the chat. It worked. So now I can open it.
Oh, there is one missing in that list.
Which one? Oh, yours. Oh, sorry.
Let me correct
Oh, sorry.
It's so important.
So this one, Unitrans A, nice one. Is it? Yes, this is the one from Hello Computer, from Samuel. Okay, you remember this guy? If you were at Harvest Amsterdam, you remember his presentation. And so they made this website too, pretty nice. They have some more in the pipe. The morit.co.uk. It is not written who did it, but I think I know who did it. Must be from the same guys as the restaurant thing. Paul, UK. Nice website. And you see the hotel and rooms. The example I took for the list modules last week, hotel and rooms, and this was given by the idea was given by those guys actually, which makes sense. Pixel Park, which is in Russian by default. Minpension.se, Swedish website. Car seller. So I have, and this one, no, car seller. I have a theory. I think some company made.
Look at the chat window. Your theory will be answered.
Yeah, that's exactly. We have so many car sellers and they all look the same that I think someone made a solution for car sellers based on Orchard and they are just selling it again and again and again, which is nice because this is also the goal of Orchard. And the other one I'm seeing a lot is travel websites for planes, for specific locations and everything. We've seen a lot of them in Asia, like Thailand and countries over in Asia. So we've seen a lot of them. I also found a big user of Orchard, but I will show you next time because I'm still looking for a new website from them. A very interesting usage of Orchard too. So, yeah. And this one, the last one from Netherlands. It's not Sipke who made that. Oh, and so let me correct it, Bertrand. Yours why Hydrobot.
In the chat.
Okay, Hydrobot.
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 Oh, it's by was that? Ah, so it is your site, okay.
A scientific approach, and it doesn't say that to grow whatever you want to grow at home.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Oh. Yep. So you see all those websites, those new websites last week, crazy amazing and pretty amazing and nice websites too.
Thanks.
Who said thanks for what?
You said nice websites. I said thanks.
No, not for you. I wasn't talking about yours actually. It is not, but they made many products. Yeah. Good. Stop talking. Oh, mean pension is from Daniel Stolt. So you know Daniel Stolt, Sipke?
Sorry, what was that?
You know Daniel Stolt?
Yeah, he's. I work with him on the website.
Okay. And it's running on Azure?
It is, yeah.
Okay, great. I have to place it in my Azure category then. I should have a script to find if a website is on Azure. That's important for my bonus at the end of the year.
But what does this site do, Sipka?
Yeah, it's how you pronounce it in Swedish. I learned that. It's about pensions. So the citizens of Sweden, they have pension arrangements, and this is from the government, I believe. And this is an online way for them to manage their stuff. It's really nice. This is just the front end, but what's behind it, it's really advanced and complex and interesting stuff here regarding integration as well.
Great. Nice. It looks nice. Yep. I'm not sure it will work. Will it work? Let's try it. But because I'm in the incorporate. So it's another website to see in the Office team using Orchard. It's nice that I'm in Chrome because I need to log in, and if I had opened IE, I would have been logged in. Another website for the Office team, from the Office team on Azure, on Azure and in Orchard too.
Oh, that's cool.
But there are much bigger websites on Azure coming in the few next months. From Microsoft, so you will see.
Also on Orchard?
Yeah.
Microsoft.com?
I won't say no or yes because I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want, or you can't?
No, I can't, so I don't want. And I won't. Neither answer yes or no. I don't. But a very nice website, you will see. You will be impressed.
Is it using my forums module?
I hope not. So who had asked about it? Let me think again. Someone asked about it and I told you it was internal. I can't remember who.
I know who.
I can't remember who. Oh no, it was another website. Okay. Yep, okay. Another big customer.
What, and you told them not to use it?
No.
Is it because it was out of date on the gallery, maybe?
So I missed probably good man. I don't know what they're talking about. Crosstalk. Okay. Oh, I had a weird thing to do. So do you know there is a limit in the size of SQL CE files?
Isn't that configurable with the?
Yep, but you realize it when you hit the size limit, and that the site is down because the driver doesn't want to open the database. Mm-hmm. So the size limit is 256 megabytes, and if you have a blog with a lot of spam and you don't clean it, you might hit 256 megabytes easily. And so yes, in the connection string you can define the size limit, but it's in the connection string, and the connection string is not available from an Orchard perspective in SQL CE. Or maybe I haven't tried to define one, but usually you just type the name of the file, and if it's a name and not, I have to check again how it works.
5. Are we on 4?
No, file.
Oh, file. Okay.
And but when you open with Visual Studio, you can still open it and clean it and save it and whatever, compact it. So that's nice. Yep, just something nice. So by looking at that, what else? So Sipke, 5 minutes. Sorry, Sipke. Zoltan, 5 minutes. Done. Go.
Yeah, sure. All right, let me share my screen. It's connecting. All right, the module will be Watcher. It's a module I created at Lombik because we needed it. And it's about watching content items, surprisingly. Now it's quite generic. So the first thing I wanted to use it was with Nick's forum module to be able to watch threads or even whole forums. But it's really quite generic, so you can use it for many more scenarios. So what it does is the following. So it's a single feature watcher, and it creates a watcher part. So if you add that part to a content type, that content type will be watchable. So on the front end, I have a forum here.
Zoltan, I can't see your screen yet. Sorry. Give me a
all right,
second,
let me know when
please.
you can see it.
Okay.
This is called the NSA lag.
Yeah, I get it. Go ahead.
I think actually to go to Benedect, it has to go through the States, no? Because the live server is in the States.
Exactly. Yeah, okay, I got it now.
So probably Benedek is the last one who is able to see it.
Probably.
All right. So again, on the front end, I created a forum, or rather a forum in the back end. But anyway, here we have a forum with a single thread. And now what I would like to do is to make this forum watchable. So if anybody creates a new thread or adds a new post to an existing thread, I would like to be able to be notified somehow. And now it goes like the following. I will go to the forum content type and add the watchable part. That's the part that makes content types watchable. So add parts and watchable. So here it is. Nothing to configure here yet, but let's see what it does. When I reload this page, there's this link, watch. So if I click that, this is only visible for logged in users. So if I click that, it should be turned to 1 now, but apparently it's not working like before. By the way, this is an outdated version I use here. Okay, it's not working here. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to demo it fully anyway, so don't pay attention that it doesn't work here. If I click watch, now this should turn 1 because
What
this
is the 0? It's 0, 1, or it's what is?
Yeah, it's a binary.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the indicator of how many people are watching this.
Oh, okay.
So this is a counter, and it really works, but not on the demo, of course. Now, what's more interesting, how you can configure what happens if now a new thread will be created or something like this, or a new post will be created. It's integrated with workflows, so I could create a new workflow like forum post notification even, and there is a new activity. It's called Run for Watchers. Now, what this does, it's I know the name is funny, but I couldn't come up with a better one. It has two branches. One is this Run for Next Watcher, and the other one is done. Now, what this does is that if you funnel a content event into it from a content that's watchable, like the forum now, then this will run something for each of the watchers. This is not trivial, but I wanted to have it generic, so it's reusable for more complicated scenarios as well. So what we should do is, for example, content created, and this should be the start activity, and let this be content created for forum. Now, if sorry, not forum, but post. Post is usable for this because in forum, if you create a new thread, a new post is created as well, so you will be able to get notified, be notified with a new thread creation or a new post creation. So let's attach this to RAM for watchers. Now, for example, if you like to send an email for each of the watchers, you will take the email activity. Yeah, send email. You can configure this, of course, and now you attach the run for the next watcher to this email activity. Oops, it's a meantime this reattached, what the heck.
This is an awesome module. I don't know why you have that.
How is...
I don't know, sometimes it does that because you're in the Firefox, maybe.
Yeah, probably. I will just reload, probably. Okay. Let's do it again.
No, you broke everything. Look at that, you have to. Please find a repro.
What's the matter with workflows?
I don't know, it's great.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have seen that.
All right,
there's a new version of JSplum I have to download, by the way.
Sometimes it's funny actually. Yeah, not just here. Okay, I will try with
yeah, new one. Delete it. Yeah, it's completely broken.
Okay, so again we have a content created. Let's assume it's configured, and again we have a run for watchers and the send email. So if the content is created, run something for each of the watchers. And now we attach this run for the next watcher to the email activity. And the done should be used if the whole process is done. So we could, for example, send another email that all the watchers were notified. I haven't even used that yet, but it could be useful for someone. But what we should do is attach the activity.
Run for watchers is doing multiple times the send email, okay, for each of them, okay, I see.
Yeah, so this is a cycle here, a loop. I wanted to do it in a more simple way, but I haven't found a way just with this back loop. So I don't think it's possible without such a back loop. But now what it will do is that if the content is created, it takes all the watchers from the watchable part, and it will send an email for each of the watchers. Now the user, because the watchers here are users, so the user IDs are stored. The user token will be populated with the user in question, so the current watcher. So if you configure the email for or as let's send it to user.email is, I think, the token. Now this will reference the current watcher's email. So this way you can, yeah, this should be other. This way you can send an email to each of the watchers. And also this takes containers into account. Yeah, so nice, good. It also takes containable relationships into account. So that's why you can watch a forum. So here we watch a whole forum, not just threads. So that's why you can watch a forum and get notified if any of the threads is modified. But you could also watch a thread if I would have attached the watchable part to the thread content type. So that's how it works. There's some documentation because I figured this is something that should be documented, even with a screenshot for better understanding. And it works. It was quite simple to make, and it's useful for forum post notifications even. So, anybody, any remarks or questions?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Naming.
A better name. Yeah.
Watch should be subscribe or notify or whatever. Subscribe. Watch. Watch is weird. Star. Favorite. And run for watchers. Wow, what a name! It would be like I don't know, next watcher or next subscriber or next subscription. Next is more in terms of iterator, you know, like in C#, or enumerate watcher, or I don't know, run for watch. It will.
Yeah.
No, but it's just to criticize. Otherwise, it's good.
A suggestion I would have would be to provide a page for the front-end users where they can manage all their subscriptions on the site.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, good idea. Thanks. Thanks for both of the remarks.
And also configure the part so you can optionally show how many watchers there are already on something. Maybe there's some private stuff that you don't want to tell people how many people are watching a specific forum or a specific thing. Forum is public, it's okay, but sometimes it's so just show or not the count of watchers.
Yeah, good idea as well. Thanks.
Subscribers, remove this watch. I don't like it. Well, you do whatever you want. It's your module, but
Yeah, watcher is also a term I think that's used in this way, even on CodeFlex.
So on CodeFlex you say subscribe, and there are followers on the projects, and on each item you subscribe.
Really?
Yep, I'm certain of that. So look at the top, you see followers, unfollow, follow, unfollow, and it's a star, like a favorite, like on GitHub, a star favorite. And if you go on to an issue or a pull request, you will see, or a forum thread, it will be subscribe. You see subscriptions.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, here not, but look into
anymore.
pull requests and you see they use the word subscribe.
Yeah, you are right.
You don't watch.
Is there a way to configure the activity to filter out, for example, specific content types, or something like this? Because right now it just runs for all the watchable.
Yes, it did. It's the create event. The created event.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's not everything.
Yeah.
It could be everything.
For a content type.
It could be everything.
It could be.
Or you could even say that maybe that's a lack in the content created activity. I don't know if you can select a part actually. You could say if I want to send a notification for everything I watch, you could select the watcher part.
I'm not sure I'm following.
Well, today you filter the content type by specifying a content type in the content created event.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the question from Piotr. What I'm saying is that if you want to do the same rule for everything that you are subscribed to, then you could select a watch part in the content created.
Oh.
Let's say you have 10 content types and you want to send an email every time something changes, and there are 10 content types. You want to do 10 workflows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Actually, couldn't you have multiple entry points in this
You can, or you can select multiple things into the editor here. If you double click on the workflow activity, you can select multiple content types, or you can say everything which is watchable. Send me an email for that. See?
Yeah, that could be made specifically for this, but even with part events.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And next thing that I would like, if I had to use your module, would be a way to aggregate notifications and send only one mail per day.
Yeah, I thought about that, but it wasn't needed for
Actually,
the particular scenario I wanted to.
I'm not sure you have to do anything actually, because instead of sending an email, there could be an activity which will aggregate a specific variable associated to the workflow, and which will trigger a mail at a specific time of the day using a timer. That should be something doable.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you have to do anything. Yeah.
A batch email activity or something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching. I will write down the suggestions. Thanks.
Okay. About time?
Yeah.
Good. On time, as usual. Is something. About triaging, everything that will not do it in 1.7.2 will be moved to the version 1.7. Sorry, everything which doesn't do it in 1.7.1 will be pushed to 1.7.2. I muted him.
There will be 1.7.2. What else did I want to say?
Which makes me talk about, something I thought last week. We are using 1.x, but actually it should be called 1.7x, and 1x should be the next major release. Like you see what I mean?
Yes.
Because we're using 1x to push 1.7x, and we do feature branch for 1.8, which should be the next one. So maybe after merging 1x to master, we could open 1.7x and 1x. So we can decide to, when the framework for 5 is ready, we merge it to 1x, and 1x continues its progression to 1.8. And 1.7x is for the next short release. And if the short release and the big release merge, we just merge 1.7.x to 1x, because, okay, let's do it in 1x. You see what I mean?
Mm.
That makes more sense. It's kind of a dev branch, like next main version. But I like the 1.7x and 1x, I don't know. Or we could, I'm not sure, so we could have, what name could we find? Because dev makes sense, but there is a next major release and the next minor release. What would be the branch name we could use on top of dev for next main release or next minor release? I don't know.
I think that's a naming convention we've been going with, the 1x and 1.7.
Okay.
So let's stay with that, because I think people are used to it.
Okay.
It makes sense anyway. So
yeah, it's just harder in the git command to type one then dot, but it's okay. So we move to 1.7.x and 1.x.
I also wanted to say we still don't have a documentation person, so if you're interested in taking over documentation, contact me.
Did you not see the thing from Sandy Goldman on?
No.
Oh, he tweeted it. Oh,
he left a message.
He wrote the forums.
Yeah.
I did
talk.
He said,
he replied
to the forum. Chat.
Okay, can you send it to me?
It's on the forum. I'll get it now for you.
Okay, thanks. And September is getting close. We'll have a new election in September. So if you want to be a candidate for the steering committee, well, think about it. Thanks. That's it. Anyone has anything else to talk about?
love.
Of course.
Sebastian, could you stay on a call for a couple minutes?
No.
Yes.
Okay. I will show you the error I found today.
Okay.
Is it secret?
But
No,
I don't
it's
know.
not. But I'm just trying to show the
So
screen.
everyone can leave or stay. Go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.